Can you imagine the ummah, the night before Ramadan, turning off the lights and 2 billion Muslims standing on the rooftops?
Allah.
Right, looking for the sign of Allah. Can you imagine, that image?
After you mentioned to people at work over here, I said, the moon that you look at is the same moon that the Prophet ﷺ looked at.
Absolutely. The movement of the sun and the planets and the spheres is not just a random blob of material substances moving around in space.
Accidents.
No.
Yeah.
They're literally manifestations of divine actions. It seems to be colonizing every aspect of our life. And we have to draw a line.
Definitely.
We have to draw a line. And the line is, so far as I'm concerned, is when it begins to intruding on our relationship to Allah and our relationship to divine actions in nature, natural world. A Muslim is the last person on the planet whose natural way of life echoes the primordial way of life of primordial man in the beginning of times of history. The Muslim should be the last person who shouldn't look out the window. I'm not saying the fatwa or the decision on when Ramadan happens has to be determined exclusively by looking at the moon. That's something for shuyukh to work out. I'm saying as a people, as Muslims, looking out at the sun and trying to determine the prayer time and then correcting it by looking at your watch. But if my first relationship to the rhythms of nature are mediated, I'm completely severed from nature. And that's deeply and profoundly problematic. It may not have been an issue 100 years ago, 200 years ago to purely determine prayer times or whatever it is through some kind of astronomical calculation, right? Because we were so embedded in the natural rhythms, it wasn't an issue. But now it's become an existential question of survival.